Are you planning to file for divorce in Connecticut, but you don't know where to begin? I'm Matt Dolan with Dolan Divorce Lawyers in Connecticut, and today I'm going to give a step-by-step guide for how to file for divorce. First off, you need to determine the judicial district in which you can file. If you and your spouse are living together, then you only have one option. However, if you are living apart and in different judicial districts, then you can file in either one of those districts. So to determine the judicial district, you should do a Google search for the Connecticut Judicial Directory. And once you locate that, it's a multi-page PDF. You should locate the page that's titled Court Districts by Town. On the 2025 version, that begins on page 65. And on the left column, you will see a list of every town in Connecticut. So you should find the relevant town where you or your spouse live. And then in the column to the right of that, you will see a column titled JD, which stands for Judicial District. And that will tell you where you need to file. Then you should locate the specific page for that judicial district within the directory, and that will give you the address of the courthouse. Now, if you have options to file in multiple districts because you and your spouse are living apart, you should talk to an attorney to discuss which district you should file in. There's differences, particularly in how quickly your case can be processed based on how backed up each different judicial district is. So an attorney should have some insight into which courthouse will move more quickly. Next, you need to complete all of the necessary forms. Those include a summons, which is form JD-FM-3, a complaint, which is JD-FM-159, an appearance form, which is JD-CL-12, and you will need to fill out that form for yourself. The notice of automatic orders, which give the orders that are in place while the divorce is pending, that is form JD-FM-158. Include a blank appearance for your spouse to fill out once they are served. And then you may want to also file pendente lite motions, which are motions that ask for court orders to be put in place while the divorce is pending. Those may include a motion for child support pendente lite, alimony, a request for counsel fees, etc. And I've done other videos that talk about how to fill out those forms. Next, you should bring all of the paperwork to the clerk's office of the courthouse where you will be filing, and they will review all of the documents to make sure they're filled out properly. They will add a return date, which is a Tuesday, usually 4 to 6 weeks out from when you bring the paperwork to court. And the clerk will also sign off on all of the documents once they are filled out properly. Now, there is also a filing fee, which is not paid at this time. It will be paid after you serve your spouse. But if you are requesting a fee waiver of that $360 filing fee, you should also fill that out at this time. And that is form JD-FM-75. Now, once you have all of the paperwork which has been signed off on by the clerk, you then have to arrange for your spouse to be served. This is not something you can do yourself. You need to hire a state marshal who will serve the paperwork for you. The clerk will be able to give you a list of all the marshals in the state of Connecticut, and you need to particularly use a marshal who is licensed in the county where you will be filing. Now, usually the cost of serving your spouse will be between $60 and $100. You can also file a fee waiver for that marshal service fee. And you have to have the other party served at least 12 days prior to the return date. So make sure you get the paperwork to the marshal as soon as possible, as it can take them some time to serve your spouse. And once your spouse has been served, the marshal will give the paperwork back to you, and they will also provide you with a completed return of service, which is a document confirming that your spouse has been served. And you have to file all of these documents, so the paperwork that your spouse was served with, as well as the return of service, at least 6 days before the return date. So you bring all of those documents back to the clerk to actually file the divorce, and at this time you pay the $360 filing fee, unless, of course, the filing fee has been waived. Now, once all of this has been completed, the divorce is filed and the process has begun. You'll then wait for the court to assign the first court date, which is normally a resolution planned. So those are the basics on how to file for divorce here in Connecticut. As usual, if you have any additional questions, you can contact our office. And if you're looking for representation in a divorce or family law case here in Connecticut, we would invite you to contact our office as well.